how to write food blogs automatically. So if you are a food blogger and you will have to publish the articles on your food blogging website on the daily basis, then this automation is for you, because here I am going to teach you how you can completely automate your article writing process. So you just need to add your blog title here in this particular column along with the command either yes or no, and you will see that how the blog will be generated automatically into this Google Drive folder. You just need to wait for few seconds, few minutes, and even the link for the same blog will be added automatically into this particular column. And here you can see the blog has been drafted and even the link for the same has been also added. Now you must be thinking that how did I manage to do that? So firstly, I have generated the articles with the help of OpenAI application, which is an amazing artificial intelligence company, and then I have connected my spreadsheet, the Google Drive application and OpenAI application with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can create several kinds of automation by connecting different applications. Okay, so you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, of course you'll have to sign up for free, and I'm already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on signing. And in the free account you will also get free tasks to test these kinds of amazing automation, that too every month. So this is how you will reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and after reaching out to the dashboard, firstly click on this blue button create workflow and simply provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. So let's say I am providing the name as automatically write articles for food blogging website. Okay, you can provide any random name to your automation, to your workflow. Now after providing the name, you will have to click on this blue button once again, that is create, and you will get two boxes in front of you. Those are actually trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. Let me show you. When this happens, do this. Okay, so understand with an example. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever the blog title is added in Google Sheets application, automatically generate the article via OpenAI application and then add the link of your article into the Google Sheets application once again. So this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are setting up an automation. And here I am building an automation in between Google Sheets, OpenAI. So that is why the first application here will be the Google Sheets, of course, and I want, as soon as I'm going to add a new data or I'm going to update the data in the spreadsheet row, this automation should start trigger. So that is why I have selected this particular trigger event. Now after selecting these two, here you can see a webhook URL and few set of instructions. So the idea here is we are going to connect our spreadsheet with the Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. Okay, so follow my instructions, copy this webhook URL, go back to your spreadsheet, and here you will find an option of extension. Click on extension, click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and here you will have to search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now after searching for the Pabbly Connect webhooks, you'll have to install this particular add-on into your account. Well, it is already installed into my account, so that is why I'll close it directly. But make sure whenever you are building the connection in between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, you will have to install this particular add-on and then again go to your extension, and here exactly you will find your add-on. Okay, so Pabbly Connect add-on. So let us first delete the existing data. So I have deleted all. Or how about I just provide a random title here, something like 5 best Christmas breakfast ideas, and here I will provide an instruction as yes. Okay, now again I will open this extension, open the Pabbly Connect webhooks initial setup, and here exactly I am going to paste the same webhook URL which I have received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, coming back here, going to paste the same, and in the trigger column, well, you will have to read the instructions. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Okay, so trigger column is that column up to which your data is filled. You want your automation to start trigger. So here in this particular case, I want whenever the data is filled up to B column this automation should trigger. So that is why I will go with the B only. Now I'll be clicking on this button send test, and you will see that the test data sent successfully 5 best Christmas breakfast ideas. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here you will see that the response has been received. Let us check the details one by one. So here we have the instruction, we have the trigger column, we even have the spreadsheet name, the sheet ID, row index, and finally the same block title which I have added into the spreadsheet. Okay, now I will click on submit and the setup will configured successfully. Click on close. Now coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here the presence of this data clearly shows that the first step of our automation of our integration is working absolutely fine, which was connecting spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect and capturing the data here. Now I am going to send the same data to OpenAI application so that I would be able to generate the articles automatically. So that is why here I will select OpenAI. But before I select OpenAI, let's say you want this automation to run on the instruction basis, that if you are providing the instruction as yes, then only the article should be generated, and if someone is giving the value as no, in that case the automation should not proceed or the article should not generate. So how I am going to do that? Well, here in the Pabbly Connect, I am going to introduce a new step as the filter, via which we can actually set this particular condition. And again, filter is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can apply several kind of conditions within your automations. So here I'm going to select the label as want to generate the articles, which I have selected the same. Now you must be thinking that from where this particular data has came from. Well, it is the same data which we have just captured from the spreadsheet, and it is the same data which is actually visible here, which I have mapped here. Okay, so want to generate the article. So whenever this particular column consists of yes value, or you can say whenever this particular column has the value equal to yes, then only this automation should proceed. Okay, so you will see that the condition will be true because this time we actually have the value as yes in this particular column, you can clearly see. But let's say someone is going to add no here, in that case this automation will stop here only. Okay, so this is how you can apply this kind of condition here, and it is completely up to you whether you would like to introduce this particular condition into your automation or not. Let's say you want to generate the articles automatically as soon as you are adding the titles here. In that case you do not have to add this particular condition, and in that case you do not even have to add this particular column. Well, again, it is completely up to you. Now I'm going to move further, and here firstly I am going to search for the OpenAI application. And again, before I connect my OpenAI application with Pabbly Connect, firstly I'll take you to the OpenAI's dashboard. Well, it is an amazing AI research and deployment company using which you can perform several kinds of artificial intelligence tasks, or you can say you can even start generating the articles with the help of artificial intelligence. And not just the articles, you can generate the replies, the articles, the stories, anything. Okay, so firstly you'll have to type openai.com in your browser. This is how you can reach to the website. Then you'll have to go to the API section, and from here you'll have to create an account in the OpenAI application from this particular button. I already have an account in this OpenAI, so that is I'm clicking on this login, and then I'm going to log in this particular dashboard. After setting up an account into the openai.com, you will reach out to the dashboard, and here exactly you will find an option of playground. You will directly have to go to this particular playground, and as the name suggests, we are actually going to play with the content in this particular ground, or you can say as soon as I'm going to provide an instruction, a title, here you will see that how the content will be start generating automatically. So right in front of you I'm going to provide an instruction as write a story on dog. Okay, now I'll be clicking on this button submit, and you will see that how the story will be generated automatically into this particular ground based on these settings, whatever the settings are provided here. And if I'll read few lines, Once upon a time, in a small town nestled deep in woods, there lived a family of three and their beloved pet dog Max. Max was scruffy little mutt, but he was fiercely loyal and always the first to greet the family when they arrived home from work or school. Max was a very smart dog and he liked to keep busy. Okay, so here you can clearly see that how the story has been generated automatically with the help of OpenAI. Now, again, I am going to show you one another example, that is generate a reply for YouTube comment, and here I'm going to write something like a nice video. Okay, assume that someone has actually commented on your video on your YouTube channel, like nice video. Now here I'll click on submit and you will see that how it will generate a reply for that automatically, that thank you so much for your kind words, I'm glad that you enjoyed the video. Okay, so this is how whatever the instructions you're going to provide here, based on these instructions the content will be generated automatically. And let me show you one more example, something like write an article on, and let us provide a random title of the article, something like beauty, beauty, beauty tips. Okay, and if I'll click on this button, let us check whether it is generating the articles or not, or what kind of article it is actually providing. Okay, beauty is something people strive for, but there is no one size fits all approach to achieving it. Everyone's skin, hair and body are unique, so the best approach to beauty is to find what works for you. Here are some tips to help you look and feel your best. Okay, so here you can clearly see that how, as soon as I'm providing the instructions here, based on these instructions, how the content is getting generated automatically. And this is how with the help of OpenAI you can perform various kind of content generation tasks automatically. You can even write the subject lines, you can prepare the emails, you can even start generating the reviews and replies for your Google My Business. So this is how one can do several kind of content generation tasks with the help of OpenAI. Now let us discuss these settings one by one, so that whenever you are going to connect it with Pabbly Connect, you will be also able to create the automation very smoothly. So the very first thing it is asking for the model. Well, I always go with the text the Vinci 003 model in order to generate the content, because it is the most capable model into the GPT-3s and it can perform any task the other GPT-3 models can, often with the higher quality, longer output and better instructions. Alright, the second thing it is asking to select the temperature, which controls the randomness of the content. Okay, so the lowering results in less random competition. As the temperature approaches to 0, the model will become more deterministic and repetitive. So if you would like to generate the content more unique, you'll have to provide some kind of value here, and here I'll go with the 0.7 value as per the default value. Okay, it is asking for the maximum length, the maximum number of the tokens to generate. Requests can use up to 2048 to 4000 content shared between the prompt and the completion. The exact limit varies by model, and one token is roughly 4 characters for a normal English text. So based on your requirement, you can set this maximum length for your article. Another thing it is asking to select the stop sequence, enter the sequence and press tab. Okay, up to 4 sequences where the API will stop generating the further token. The return text will not contain that stop sequence. Okay, so firstly here I am going to define some kind of stop sequence within the 4 characters. So how about I provide this particular sequence as my stop sequence. Now click on add, and here it has taken the stop sequence as this. Now I will remove all the existing data and will show you how this stop sequence is going to work. Again, write a reply for the review received in Google My Business, and here I am going to provide the review which the customer has actually provided to us, something like the ambience is good, but you should work more on your wedge part. Okay, so assume that someone is actually giving the review for your restaurant, and here exactly I'll provide the stop sequence so that the system will get to know that here exactly my content, my instructions are end. Click on submit and you will see the reply will not consist of this particular sequence. Thank you for your feedback, we appreciate your input and will definitely look into improvising our vegetarian options. Thanks again for letting us know. So this is how you can use this stop sequence. Another thing it is asking for the top P. What is this top T? So again, it controls the diversity of your content, and you can even read more about this nucleus sampling on the internet. Another thing it is asking for the frequency penalty. So how much to penalize new tokens based on their existing frequency in the text so far, and it decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim. So if you will provide a value to this frequency penalty, it will generate more unique content. Another thing it is asking to select the presence penalty, how much to penalize new tokens based on whether they appear in the text so far, and it increase the model's likelihood to talk about new topics. So yes, if you want to generate the articles, the content on the fresh topics, on the new topics, you'll have to provide some kind of value. Best of generates multiple completions server side and displays only the best. Okay, so streaming only works when set to 1. Since it acts as a multiplier on the number of completion, this parameter can eat into your token quota very quickly, so use caution. Okay, so if you will provide a value of 1 here, it will actually generate that number of copies of article, and among those copies it will provide you the best copy. Okay, so this is how you can actually do the settings as per your requirement into the OpenAI application, and I hope you have understood the working of OpenAI. Now I'll come back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to connect my OpenAI application with the Pabbly Connect so that I can generate the content automatically. Okay, so for the connection you'll have to go to the add new connections, and it is asking for the token. So if you will click on this particular hyperlink, it will directly take us to the API keys page, and I am going to generate a new API key, and whatever the API key you are actually generating here, you can actually save this particular API key for the future use so that you can use it in the future as well. Okay, now I'll be pasting here, clicking on save, and this is how OpenAI application will be connected with Pabbly Connect. Firstly, again, it is asking for the AI model. As I have just told you that I always go with the text the Vinci 003, asking for the prompt. So I'll explain you about the prompt with the help of an example. So whatever the instructions I have provided here, if I'll click on this view code button, you will see all the instructions are actually coming into this prompt section. So basically the instructions given into this particular playground section are considered as the prompt. Okay, so here exactly I am going to give an instruction, and please make sure that you are entering the prompt properly. You can check the supported prompt formats here. Okay, so I am going to provide a prompt, an instruction, something like write a blog on, and here instead of adding the blog title manually, again I am going to map the data from the data which I have received via spreadsheet, and again whatever the data I have received is actually visible in the drop down, so I don't need to manually provide the data. Simply click on this particular Google Sheets data, and this is how you can map the title, and whatever the data I am mapping in my automation will be replaced automatically when this automation is going to work in the real time. So that is why mapping is really important in the automation, and this is how the automation will take place. Now it is asking for the tokens, the sampling type, the sampling value, presence penalty, frequency penalty, and these are the same settings which we have just discussed in the OpenAI settings. So again, you can fill these data as per your requirement. I am going to leave all these fields blank, and it will take the default value. Now I'll be clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will see that the article will be generated automatically as a response of the OpenAI. I'll have to wait for that, and you can see the response has been received, and if you will check this choices 0 text, you will find that the content has been generated automatically on the title which we have provided, and our title was okay, let us check 5 best Christmas breakfast ideas. Okay, coming back to the Pabbly Connect, and here we have that Christmas is the perfect time to spend with family and friends. It's a time of joy and celebration, and the best way to start the day is with a delicious breakfast. And here you can clearly see that the automation has provided 5 amazing recipes, or you can say 5 amazing breakfast ideas. So this is how, with the help of OpenAI, you can generate the content. Now I am going to draft this particular content into the Google Docs application. For that, I'll have to click on this plus icon, and here I am going to search for the Google Drive application where we are going to draft this particular content. Okay, so in the application you'll have to choose Google Drive, and in the action event, since we want to create a file in a specific folder, I will go with this particular action event, and I have the folder name as, let us check, and how about first I delete the existing data. Okay, so the folder name is all new blogs, and this is the folder ID which I have copied. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and if I'll connect to my Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect, well, again I'll go with the existing connections only because I have already made the connections at the time of Google Sheets only. Okay, so I'll go with the existing connection, but make sure if you are going to create your blogs into a new account, you'll have to choose this add new connection. Clicking on save, and this is how the Google Drive account will be connected with Pabbly Connect, and whatever the folders are available into my Google Drive application will be started visible here since we are connected. And instead of selecting the folder from this drop down, how about I map my folder name, or you can actually select the folder name from here also. Okay, but in this particular case I'm going to map it instead of selecting from the drop down. For that, you will have to first enable this mapping button, remove this existing ID, and here I am going to provide the folder ID in which I would like to generate. I would like to generate the documents. Now it is asking for the file name, basically the document name. Well, why it is taking a long time? Okay, it is done. Now it is asking for the file name. So how about we keep the file name as the title of the blog only, because I want something unique to be generated. Okay, so I have done. File type, well, I would like to generate a document. Clicking on save and send test request, and you will see the article on the same topic. I'm sorry for that. The document on the same title will be generated automatically within few seconds. All right, I'll have to wait for that. And you can see 5 best Christmas breakfast ideas. The document, a blank document, has been generated. Now we are going to add that content which we have generated with the help of OpenAI. So coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can see the response was received actually. Again, I am going to select the Google Drive only as a next application, and then we are going to merge our content in this particular blank document. Alright, so search for the Google Drive, and where is the Google Drive? Alright, here is the application, and in the action event we are going to select update the content in our file. I have selected the same. Again, I am going to connect my drive with the Pabbly Connect. I'm going with the existing connections only. And again, the drive is connected with Pabbly Connect. It is asking to select the file. Well, again, I will enable the mapping button first. I'm going to remove the existing ID, and I am going to map the ID of my folder. And here we have the ID as this. Basically, whatever the document we have just generated with the help of the previous step, I'm going to map the ID of that particular document. And finally, I'm going to map the content which I would like to add here, which I would like to add into my blank document. And my content is actually available in the OpenAI under the choices 0 text. I have mapped the same. Clicking on save and send test request, going back here and waiting for the article, the content to be added into this particular blank document. And you can see the same content has been added here automatically. This is how you can create a document. You can draft your articles into the Google Drive folder, into the Google document. Okay. Now lastly, I would like to save the link of this particular document here automatically into my spreadsheet. For that, firstly, I'm going to change the permission of all the documents which are being created automatically. Currently, you can see the document which has got generated is actually private to only me. Okay. So I'll have to change the permission first, so that whenever I'm going to add the link here, people can actually access that particular data, and I do not even have the link of my article of the document. So in order to get the link, I'll have to click on this plus icon once again, and here I'll search for the Google Drive once again. And after selecting the Google Drive as an action step, we will select the action event as the change or share the access with the anyone. Okay, so let us search for the same action event. Where is that action event? Okay, here is that action: share a file with anyone. Clicking on connect, clicking on select existing connection, clicking on save, and you will see it will be connected immediately. All right, after that you just need to provide the file ID by mapping. Okay, so firstly I'm going to enable the mapping button, removing the existing file ID, and now I am going to map the ID of that document which we have just created. Clicking on this button once again, and you will see the access permission will be changed immediately. Okay, I have clicked on that particular thing, and let us check. It is currently private to only me. Let us again check, and here you can see it is public on the web. Anyone on the internet with the link can open. Okay, so now we also have the link. Let us check where is that particular link. All right, here you can see response to web view link. Here is that very same link which we are going to update in our Google Sheets. For that, again click on plus icon, and this time since I want to add data in which particular application, into the Google Sheets application. So that is why as an action step I will choose Google Sheets, and in action event I want to update a cell value. Okay, let me tell you once again that I just want the cell value to be updated, neither the row nor the column, not anything. Okay, so that is why I've selected the same action event, clicking on connect, and again I'll go with the existing connection, and this is how I'm going to connect to my spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. Once again, it is asking to select the spreadsheet, and all the spreadsheets are already available here. Since we are connected, I have selected the spreadsheet as daily blog writing sheet for food website, which has got selected. The select sheet one will I just have a single sheet only, and again which has got selected automatically. Asking for the range, so you will have to read the instructions, enter the range of the sheet that needs to be updated. Example, the column name and the row name. Okay, so technically if I want to update the value into this particular cell, the value should be C2, but instead of writing the thing manually I'm going to map it. But here I am keeping the column name manually. I'm only going to map the row index. Why? Because column name will be same all the time, but the row index will be keep on changing. Sometime it will be 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So that is why I have added the column name as C, and I'm going to map the row index, and here we have the row index from the first step, and finally here I will provide the value, and I have the value from the last step where I have actually got the link. Where is that link? Here you can see response to web view link. I have mapped the link as well, clicking on the button save and send test request and wait for the link to be updated, and it is done. So this is how now onwards, as soon as you're going to add the title here, the links will be updated automatically. But for that you will also have to enable one more very important setting, that is, okay, I have by mistaken clicked on the initial setup. Okay, clicking on extensions section, and you will have to enable this send on event option. I'm repeating this again, that you will have to enable the send on event option in order to execute this automation in real time. Okay, after you select, once you have enabled this particular option, now onwards every time you're going to add the data along with the instructions, that particular data will be sent to the Pabbly Connect. The automation will take place, and lastly the link will be generated and added here. Okay, let me even show you the live example for that. So as a food blogger, I want to generate an article on this particular title, that is easy and quick recipes for blog, and here I will write as yes and will press enter. You will see that how this automation will generate the article automatically into this particular Google Drive folder, and for that I'll have to wait few seconds, few minutes, just few seconds. Okay, and you can see easy and quick recipes of X has been generated. Let us open this particular document, check whether it is blank or filled, and yes, the content has been generated automatically. Alright, coming back to my Google Sheet, and let us check whether sheet link, yes, the sheet link is also generated. So this is how this automation is going to take place. You just need to set up this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. I will also attach this link into my YouTube video description box. So just in case if you want to clone the same workflow which I have created in front of you, Go to that link, sign up for free in the Pabbly Connect, and the same workflow will be immediately cloned into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.